Hello and welcome to the National Timely Action Hour. This is the show where we talk about everything from comic books to The Lord of the Rings and everything in between. I hope you're all doing well today. I am. Sad news out of the comic book world. We have lost two legends. George Perez and Neal Adams passed away recently, and they were both, from what I've heard, great men, very kind and good-natured, but I will remember them for their wonderful artwork, and I just wanted to express to their families my deepest and most sincere sympathies and condolences. I know what it's like to lose a loved one, and I just want you to know that I'm thinking of you, and I'm so sorry for your losses. And so I would like to dedicate this episode to both of their memories. We are going to be reviewing issue number 6 of Crisis on Infinite Earths, drawn by Mr. Perez and written by Marv Wolfman, and with the colors and inks by Jerry Ordway and Dick Giordano. So issue 6 of Crisis ramps up the stakes even more so than the last issue. Just flipping through here. So the title of this issue is 3 Earths, 3 Deaths. So caveat, at the end of the last episode I had said that Earth 10 was destroyed. This issue proves that I was wrong. It looked like it was destroyed, so I just believed it was destroyed, but it's in the process of being destroyed. So the issue starts off with the Anti-Monitor proclaiming that the Monitor is dead, and soon his champions will be dead too, and his satellite will be destroyed. And Psycho Pirate is asking the Anti-Monitor to keep his word of giving him a world to reshape using his emotion powers. I beg your pardon. And Flash is trying to figure out how to get out of this and how to stop the villains. And so the Anti-Monitor gives Psycho Pirate the dominion over the 3 remaining Earths. So as you know, in the previous issues, the Monitor saved Earths 1 and 2 and brought them to another plane of existence, and they are being merged together throughout this issue. And so the 3 remaining Earths are Earth 10, Earth 4, and we'll get to the other one because I can't remember it at this exact moment. But so Psycho Pirate gets dominion over those 3 remaining Earths, and then we go to the Monitor satellite, and the heroes are frantically trying to, get the job done. And then Pariah is drawn away because another Earth is in peril, and we see Supergirl save Black Canary, and then Alexander Luthor Jr. from Earth 3 is running some calculations on the computer, trying to, figure out the math. And Harbinger's like, no, I'll do it. And she zaps him. And then she goes into the chamber where she turned into Harbinger and changes back into Lila. And then the satellite is destroyed. It explodes into many, many pieces. Then we see Wildcat recovering because he was hurt in the last issue, and we see Yolanda Montez, his girlfriend or friend or whoever she is. They don't really explain. I don't know for certain. Then we go to Earth 1, and Brainiac has procured his ally Lex Luthor, and he's like my new look? He's like, yeah, looks cool. And the art in this is phenomenal. Perez was so talented, and Neal Adams, who wrote Andrew, Superman, Batman, and Green Lantern in the 70s really revolutionized those characters for the Bronze Age. And also in the 70s, he had drawn the Avengers, and in the 60s, he had drawn some covers for Batman, but he had a run on the X-Men book. And so they were both phenomenal artists, and they will be sorely missed. But Brainiac gets Lex, and he's like, let's take over the universe. He's like, you son of a bitch, I'm in. Then we go back to Earth 10, and Hawkman of Earth 2, Starfire, Dr. Light, Steel, and Hawkman's son are there, and they're trying to help people. And the Freedom Fighters, the heroes of Earth 10, are being controlled by Psycho Pirates, so they attack our heroes here. And yeah, and the people are running into the antimatter wave, and that's why the heroes are trying to save them. Then we see that the power is overpowering for Psycho Pirate. Then we go to Earth 4, where Martian Manhunter, Katana, Flash of Earth 2, and some guy who I don't know, and Block from the Legion of Superheroes are attacked by the heroes of Earth 4. So we got Blue Beetle, The Question, Captain Atom, Peacemaker, and some lady named Nightshade, who I'm not familiar with. I'm familiar with Captain Atom, Blue Beetle, and Question, and I've heard of Peacemaker, but I haven't read. This is the first comic I've read with him in it, but I haven't seen the Suicide Squad where he's played by John Cena, nor have I seen the TV show with Cena, so I don't know that much about him. But yeah, so then Katana is attacked by this racist guy named Judo Master, and Flash saves this guy named Thunderbolt from running into the antimatter wave. So here's The Question, Blue Beetle. Then we go to Atlantis, and Aquaman, his sidekick Aqualad, and I think his daughter Aquagirl are swimming to Atlantis to try to find Mira, Aquaman's wife. And Lori Lamaris, Superman's ex-girlfriend from when he was in college, who is a mermaid, is trying to find her way back home. And then we see Ocean Master and Black Manta, the only two villains that Aquaman has that people know about in the mainstream media. They are scheming, and they're like, and then this girl named Dolphin is like, hey, what are those guys doing over there? And then she sees as they get transported somewhere else, and she's like, oh well. Anyway, then we go to Earth S. That's the other Earth that was remaining. So Earth S is where Captain Marvel, aka Shazam for you youngsters, lives. So if you've heard episodes of my podcast, you'll know that Captain Marvel was originally owned by Fawcett Comics, but then DC Comics sued them because they believed that Captain Marvel was a ripoff of Superman. And in a way he is. I mean, there are some slight differences, but you can definitely see why they made their case. And then in the 50s they bought Fawcett, and then they published Captain Marvel books under the name Shazam, because Marvel Comics in the 60s had bought the trademark of the name Captain Marvel, but DC owns the copyright of the character. And so, oh, and also Blue Beetle in them, they're from Charlton Comics originally. Created Blue Beetle, Question, Captain Atom, and Peacemaker were all made by Spider-Man creator Steve Ditko when he worked at Charlton, and then DC bought them in the 80s, and then they were folded into this story, and they're on Earth 4. So then we go to Earth S. We got Black Canary, Beast Boy, and Supergirl and Wonder Woman fighting the Marvel family. So Captain Marvel and them are all being controlled by Psycho Pirates. So we see this awesome fight where Supergirl and Captain Marvel are fighting each other. Then Wonder Woman fights Mary Marvel and Captain Marvel Jr. And Beast Boy and Black Canary are fighting Uncle Marvel. And it's a really cool scene. Wow. And then we see this character named Cole, who I have no idea who it is, and she's trying to help Harbinger out of here. And yeah, it's this really cool artwork here. The stakes in this issue are ramped up even more so, as I said. It's just balls to the wall action, great character moments, phenomenal art. This issue, 10 out of 10. I beg your pardon. And then we go to Earth 10, and we go back to them fighting each other. Then back on Earth 4, more fighting, yada yada yada. And then we see Psycho Pirate losing control. Then Harbinger changes back into Lila, and she used up all of her power, and she saved the 3 Earths that remained. And so she and Alex Luthor Jr. are just floating on this rock in space, and we get this cool moment of brevity where it's like, well, at least everyone who can help us is safe, if only for the moment. So there's only one other question. What is it? How do we get off of this rock? And then we go to Earth 2, and we get Green Lantern of that Earth, and Johnny Quick, who's a speedster, and Power Girl, the Supergirl of Earth 2, with Deathbolt, who's a villain, and Predagon, Nazi villain, and Star Sapphire, Earth 1 Green Lantern villain. They're all trying to help. And then across town, Wildcat is recovering, and Yolanda Montez, his girlfriend or friend, makes her own female version of the Wildcat suit and says, I'm going to be Wildcat because your legs are fucked. And then we see Alex and Lila just floating on the rock, just talking, trying to figure things out. And thus ends issue number 6 of Crisis on Infinite Earths. Then we get the most iconic image from this run, which is the cover of issue number 7. But yeah, this was a solid issue. I definitely recommend this series to anyone who is a fan of DC Comics or just looking for a great story. Like I said, the artwork is phenomenal, the writing is phenomenal, the inks and colors all top-notch. As I said in a previous issue review, this was digitally remastered, so everything is top-notch in my opinion. Comment below in the algorithm, for the algorithm, what you thought about this issue, and what's your favorite Neal Adams or George Perez story, and give me any suggestions or criticisms. And if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. It's engagement. And if you're new and want to check out more comic book reviews or sci-fi movie reviews or any cool stuff like that, please subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified whenever I post a new video. In the description of this video, I will be linking all of my social media accounts as well as my Patreon page and Teespring store, so if you would like to support me financially, I would greatly appreciate that. That would be so helpful. That would help me improve the quality of my videos and just help me get more books for you to review and eventually move out of my mom's house. So thank you so much for watching this. I hope you had a fun time watching it, and I hope you have a wonderful day.